Hello, friends. Samuel Graham doing TCGs yet again, and we are finally here. Dynasty release day. I had to patch the label back together a little bit just to prove it, but it does otherwise. Security taped and all that jazz. Here we go. Doing a special one. Figured I wanted to get one out immediately on release day before going back to the rest of my Dynasty openings being on regular schedule. So, getting this one done real quick so that I can, I say real quick, I'm probably going to be slower than usual because this is my first time seeing a bunch of these cards. So we are going to take a look at it from that perspective. We are going to open, we are just going to have a good old time enjoying release day. So, into Dynasty. With no further ado, first box, I'm excited. Any day with new product. As I completely drop that stack, it got it knocked out of order, so there's no telling what order that was really in originally. We'll do the entire case in this video is the plan, and then we'll go from there. I'll probably do at least a couple where I split the cases into 2 videos and then probably get back into full cases again after a little bit. Visit the Imperial Forge, a warrior. Sword and dagger attacks have piercing 3 this turn. Go again. So if it's defended by an equipment, it has +3 attack. I kind of like that. Pouncing key. Alright, you are not cooperating with me, are you? Let's bring that light down just a bit, maybe. There we go. If Crouching Tiger was the last attack, this combat chain, it has +1 and go again. Alright. Sap. Deal 3 arcane. Let's search. If it deals more than 3 damage to a hero, you may remove an energy counter from a permanent. Okay. Spectral Rider. So it's got Phantasm. It's a illusionist attack. When you play it, if you control a Spectral Shield, it gains Overpower. Can't be defended by more than 1 action card. Okay. When this hits, you may put a Mechanologist item from your hand into the arena with cost less than or equal to a number of times you boosted urgent delivery. Okay, that's pretty fun. So what, this is 5. So I think there are 5 for sure. Then you get an assassin card, seems to be the way it's going, which is Nyx the Nimble. Then this one is either an assassin or a royal. So that's cool. That's a rare, first rare there. We got a rare foil, Tranquil Passing. This is the normal foil slot, I believe. I'm going to kind of do something a little different and try and remember to keep my assassin cards separate. So we got Drill Shot for a rare. That is a Ranger Arrow. If it has an aim counter, it has Piercing 1, which is our same. If it's protected by an equipment, it gets +1 attack. And when it hits a hero, put a -1 counter on equipment they control. That's nice, especially because you could theoretically like contribute towards breaking an equipment, and that's not bad in any case. And Scramble Pulse, -1 while defending this combat chain. That's pretty fun. No major spice that first pack, but some cool stuff for a bunch of different classes. We like that. Shield Wall. So this one was goes with the Guardian stuff. If you control a Guardian offhand, Shield Wall has +4. Oh, this isn't the one I was thinking, but that's still kind of awesome. Just makes it really potent. So potential +9 defending. That's incredible. Puncture. There's some warrior stuff for me. Target sword or dagger is +1 and piercing 1. That's a nice combo. Rumble Grunting. If you discarded play it only if you've discarded a card with 6 or more. Your next brute attack gains +3. Sure thing. Prognosticate. Deal 1 arcane. If this deals more than 1 damage, opt 1. Okay, so if you boost it and it does more, cool. Long shot. If it has an aim counter, it's +2. Pretty simple and straightforward, but not bad. There's Slay the Scholars, one of our assassin contracts, which looks so cool. So the contracts, when you complete it, you're gaining a lot of silver, which can get you cards, build up to a big thing. and you are banishing the top card of their deck to kind of accomplish that. Cut to the chase, so another assassin card there. We got our first common foil, Tempest Aurora. Hornet Sting, the Ranger Arms. I think this is the one. It defends, reveal the top card of your deck. If it's an arrow, deal 1 damage to attacking hero or ally. Otherwise, put it on your bottom. So that's pretty nice. Like it's got the blade break, but especially if you're protecting against a bunch of like dragons or something like that, this could, or just in general, you need to get that 1 damage in. That can be pretty handy for that. And Flex Claws. Create a crouching tiger in your banish zone. You may play it this turn. That's cool. That's fun. All right. Again, not a spicy start, but a fun start. Lots of cool stuff already. All right, so those are the different pitch versions of cards we've already seen. So doing the same thing. Hyperdriver, it enters arena with 2 steam counters. When it has none, destroy it. Once per turn, when you boost a card, remove a steam counter and gain a resource. Nice. Ponder. At the beginning of your end phase, destroy Ponder, draw a card. Okay. So it's a token, so it's not like, oh, that's interesting, fascinating. Rune Blade action, reveal the top card. If it's yellow, create a Rune Chant token. So I guess this is probably looking for whatever pitch color it is every time. That's pretty neat. Sack the Shifty. Another one of our assassin contracts. Nix the Nimble in a different color. Reinforce Steel. Blessing of Occult. At the start of your turn, destroy it to gain 3 Rune Chant. All right, cool. And Blessing of Ingenuity. At the start of your turn, destroy Blessing of Ingenuity. Put 2 Hyperdrivers from your graveyard or banish zone into the arena. All right. So that's a pretty cute start so far. Madcap Muscle. It's a brute. Discard a random card to play it. If it has 6 or more, it has plus. Okay. There's our first Crouching Tiger card there. The cold foil one's really awesome. Jumpstart. If you control a hyperdriver, it costs 1 less. Cool. Point the Tip. Target face-up arrow gains +1 until end of turn. Put name counter. Okay, that's handy. Fleece the Frail for an assassin. You are contracted to banish your opponent's cards with 2 or less. Blah blah. And a Nix the Nimble for our first assassin foil. I'm gonna I'll put this over here under our other comment. We'll do it this way. We're doing that wrong. Assassin foil right there. Others there. Like it. And we got another foil, a double foil pack. We like that too. Key Unleashed, Blessing of Key, and our first Majestic, we get a Cryptic Crossing for Runeblade. If an attack action card and a non-attack action card were both pitched to play Cryptic Crossing, it has the first time this deals damage to the defending hero, they discard a card and you draw a card. That's pretty kind of gross. I like it. Key Unleashed again, Spectral Prowler. When you play it, if you control a Spectral Shield, it gains go again. It's got Phantasm, and it's a pretty low attack. So I guess that's the trick, is that you want to sneak this one in and see if you use a popper to kind of end the turn, because it's not a particularly potent attacking card, but it does give you go again. That's nice. Tempest Aurora, Aether Slash, Crankshaft. There's Spider's Bite. Sweet. So we got a rare, it's our first Spider's Bite weapon there. Slay the Scholars for another contract attack. Spectral Prowler, same card we saw, but in yellow pitch and foil. Wave of Reality. When it is destroyed, create a Spectral Shield. It has Ward 1. Okay. Nice. And Blessing of Savagery for Brute. So yeah, I'm already kind of liking the Warrior and Illusionist and Ranger being the 3 I play, but it's also going to be tempting not to give Assassin's going to be tempting to try. Cut to the chase. All right, and we can try it in Blitz now because we just got the young Assassin hero, Arachne, the young version. We got Runic Reaping is a Rune Blade foil. Reincarnate, and Blessing of Aether. So we're already almost halfway through. We have not had a whole lot of big, beefy spice hits yet, which is interesting. Kind of going through the commons a little bit faster. There's an assassin one. Okay. Well, that changes that up a little bit. We'll go ahead and... It's not the big fancy one. We'll go ahead and put all our Majestics in sleeves. We got the Amethyst Tiara in its non-Marvel, non-blinged out version, but that's still pretty nice. We're happy with that. Blessing of Key, that's a rare foil. Blessing of Patience, and Blessing of Occult again. So maybe we're starting to pick up some speed with this box. Almost halfway through. Getting good. Felling Swing. Axe Attack, so this is an axe one. Could be really good for... Well, that's really high pitch though. I was thinking Dory Axes, but I'm not sure it quite fits that. Annihilate the Armed. Sack the Shifty. Hemorrhage Bore. There's some, we haven't had gross quite this much in a while. That got us back there. We got Drill Shot again and Powder Keg for another Majestic. So probably at the halfway point of this box, I probably won't look at the commons as much unless something just jumps out at me. That's Rob the Rich as a rare. That's Nyx the Nimble. Madcap Muscle. We got the Warrior Dagger. We got a Quicksilver Dagger, which I'm not sure if I love it yet or not, but if another weapon you control has gained Go Again this turn, it has Go Again. That's kind of interesting. And Scramble Pulse. Maybe that has some... It might have some potential. We shall see. Puncture is a fun one. That's the plus attack and also the piercing. I was about to say puncture. No, that's the name of the card. Annihilate the Armed. Cut to the chase. Alright, there is a foil Majestic for us. Swell Tidings. Deal 5 Arcane to target hero. If it deals more than 5, create a Ponder token. Okay, which we saw that token earlier. That's cool. Deathly Duet and Blessing of Savagery. This is pretty fun so far. I don't know. I had a lot of fun with Uprising, so I don't know if it's as fun as Uprising yet, but we're heading the right direction, I think. Sack the Shifty. Fleece the Frail. I love the alliteration. That cracks me up. Reincarnate. So it's Brute. If it's discarded at random, you put it on the bottom of your deck instead. That's kind of awesome, actually. Tranquil Passing. What's that? When Tranquil Passing enters the arena, you may banish target aura token or aura permanent with cost 1 or less controlled by opponent until it leaves arena. Okay, that's kind of interesting. I don't love it, but it's basically a aura countering aura. Not best card in the world, but situationally could be pretty potent. Water Glow Lanterns. Reveal the top card. If it's yellow, create Spectral Shield. Fun for Illusionist. We got a Shred Assassin Rare. Fleece the Frail Assassin Common Foil. Shield Wall. I can't help but think The Last Kingdom. I've been reading the books, but also the TV show. Shield Wall! Whenever they're about to have a fight, have one of their battles. It's kind of funny. It's the first thing that comes to mind seeing that. Alright, we got another Imperial Forge. Runic Reaping. So I'm not digging into every card. There's Fleece again. Sack the Shifty. We got Sap in foil. Blessing of Aether and Aether Quickening. No cold foil yet this box. Hopefully that changes up for us soon. Reinforced Steel Guardian. So I'm mostly just looking at the ones that are the ones I play, but 2 more Assassins. That's Prognosticate in foil. 2 more rares. Blessing of Spirits, which is at the start of your turn, destroy it to create 2 Spectral Shields. Okay, and it's also got Ward. And Spellfray Tiara. But yeah, hopefully I've given enough time for stuff to get looked at if you need to. I as I'm saying that, not doing it for those cards. Awesome, good job, Graham. Couple more of those. We got a Mechanologist and two more rares, Blessing of Key and Scramble Pulse. That's the -1 while defending this chain. Destroy it and create a Crouching Tiger. Okay. In your banished zone, it gets +1, and you can play it this turn. So that's what the thing people were wondering about is, I think base, the Crouching Tiger has 0 attack. So people were trying to figure out, yeah, see, there's one right there. It would be put in the graveyard from anywhere. Instead, it ceases to exist, but it gets go again. So that's what people were wondering is, how's this actually work? Okay, all right, all right, all right. I was just talking about not having a cold foil. We get an Assassin Spider's Bite Dagger cold foil. Right on cue. So that looks pretty slick. 2 for attack, go again, piercing 1. If it hits a hero next time they defend with 1 or more action card, these cards have -1. Okay, that's not bad. Drill Shot, Runeblade, Deathly Duet, and Flex Claws. Deathly Duet is a Runeblade card. That's why I was thinking that route. There is a silver token, which the assassin is building up a bunch of. Sack the Shifty. We got Pouncing Key. Oh, that's not where that goes. We'll put that there. Blessing of Ingenuity and Flex Claws. So we're still a little short on where I would have figured we would be on Majestics. I'm curious if we're going to find something fun in this box. It just hadn't quite popped up yet. Sack the Shifty for Assassin, cut to the chase. I like these slots that are basically their 2 slots because Assassin's new to this set. So there haven't been Assassin cards. Basically trying to build up people's things. So if they want to play Assassin, they can play Assassin pretty quick because you got 2 slots that are basically guaranteed. It might be Royal or Imperial kind of stuff, but it's generally going to be Assassin stuff. That's really nice. Okay, okay. We got a Runeblade weapon, the Annals of Sutcliffe, but we also got a Mind Warp for a Majestic. Again, right as I was complaining. So we got about, including this one, we got 6 packs left in the first box. I'll probably go a little bit quicker through the others. There's the non-foil Spider's Bite. Jumpstart. Okay, that's the, if you have a hyperdriver, it costs 1 less. We got it in foil this time. Aether Quickening and Blessing of Spirits. I would hope to see at least 1 more Majestic, though. We've only got 3 regular and 1 foil. Fleece the Frail, Nyx the Nimble. Scramble Pulse and Blessing. So I'd hope to see at least a couple more. This is kind of a weaker box, I would say, at this point. Though I've gotten a few Assassin foils, which seem to... Okie dokie. Foil, Majestic, Arachne the Huntsman, the new Assassin hero. So we got the foil version of him. That's a good hit. And we got a foil Ponder token, which is probably pretty good too. A lot of times the tokens tend to be pretty uncommon. Okay, okay. Box starts to come around. Annihilate the Armed and Fleece the Frail. 2 more of our Assassin cards. Aether Slash. I like this card. Next sword or dagger attack gets go again and piercing 3. So if it's defended by an equipment, it has +3. We like that card a lot for Warrior. It will probably be joining my decks a bit. There's a Spectral Shield token. There's Plunder the Poor and a Assassin Majestic Eradicate. I shouldn't have judged the box. Oh, and a foil Majestic right behind it. Okay, Phantasmal Symbiosis. When this attacks, name a card. Cards with that name are illusionist until end of turn. So that gives a nice boost. Okay, well that just completely flipped at the end of the box for me. Turned much nicer, much nicer. Figures when I complain, good things happen. Is that the lesson here? 2 more assassin cards. We got Rumble, Grunting, Blessing of Patience, and another Majestic. Never Yield for Guardian. So that ended up being pretty spicy. What is that? The 3 foil Majestics, one of which is the Arachne hero, 1 cold foil, which was the rare Spider's Bite, and then 6 regular Majestics. That's pretty good. I'm going to go ahead and kind of stack these up a little bit more. And go on to the next one, which, like I said, we're going to go a little bit faster. Now, unless something in the front half of the pack really catches my attention, we're just going to keep going instead of going slow through the cards. There might be some of them that I stop and plunder the poor for a... I guess I haven't been splitting out my assassin rares like I meant to. That is okay. There's a Blessing of Savagery for a rare foil, Spell Fray, and Flex Claws. And I'm going to scoot up just a tad. Couple more assassin cards. So we're going to have our... oh, Puncture. Love to see that. I love my warrior cards in foil. Precision Press. So I'm super curious to see what I can put together with all this jazz. It'll be fun. What changes to the warrior deck that I really shouldn't make that I end up making anyway. Nyx the Nimble. There's a Blue Shred. There's Visit the Imperial Forge. Blessing of Ingenuity. And our first of the special dusts. While this is under a permanent other than Thamai, that permanent has Phantasm. So I'm guessing with these, you play them for 0 to have them out like an Ash, and then when you would convert an Ash, you can use this. That's fun, though. I want to do that. Dromai is the CC deck that I desperately want to get figured out, but I'm slow, and it takes me a minute to get driving things. With all that in mind, that points me in the right direction. I think that's fun. We got Skyfire Lanterns and, oh wait, Blessing of Steel, the Warrior. At the start of your turn, destroy it, then your next weapon attack gains +1. Okay, pretty simple. Seems like there are a lot of, the blessings are like very simple auras, especially for the people that didn't really have them before. Get them rolling. We got a silver again. Point to the Tip, Duet, and Beaten Trackers. So we got a lot of good, fun stuff in here. That's always the trick with these supplemental sets, is that there's so much stuff. A regular non-foil Spider's Bite, Withstand. You get, and Deadeye. I haven't seen this one yet, so I'm going to interrupt myself. Your next arrow attack this turn gains +3. If it has an aim counter, it gains. When this hits a hero, look at their hand and choose a card, then discard it. I like that. I like that a lot. Annihilate the Armed. Okay. The non-Marvel Celestial Kimono Majestic. It's the Illusionist piece of equipment from the fun. We got Blessing of Aether, Blessing of Steel again, this time in yellow. I'm actually going to move the commons out of the way a little bit. I think they're stealing some of our focus. And I got those too high. That's okay. Stuff happens. Worst case, I can sort this stuff back out. A couple more assassins. We got that. Shield Bash and Blessing. This is pretty fun. I'm intrigued by just with those extra, the assassin slots and the stuff that can kind of come there. It seems like there's a little bit sort of Everfest style in the unpredictability of extra spicy goodness that can pop up. All right. Every now and then we just have to let it get back into a good mood. You just never know. Cut to the chase. Nix the nimble. Shield Bash and Tranquil. Alright, I'm going to back up and see if that helps it get reacclimated to. You trying to focus on her? You want her face to go away? I don't know what this thing's thinking. Sometimes it really cooperates and sometimes it really chooses not to. Couple more assassins. That's a rainbow foil. Spellfray gloves. That's kind of fun. It's not a cold foil, but it's still fun. We got a seer stone. Rob the rich. Annihilate the armed. We got a deathly duet, blessing of focus, and a spectral procession, which this one looks like it could be pretty fun. It's an illusionist with phantasm, so you can pop it, but it's got, come on. There we go. Its attack is equal to the number of spectral shields you have. So it costs 0, and it's obviously then very reliant on how many spectral shields you get out, but that could be pretty potent if you find an engine to throw a bunch of them out there. It's pretty cool. Plunder the Poor. We got Nix the Nimble, Blessing of Spirits, and Aether and Shield Bash. So we're about halfway through this box now. Another one where so far we haven't had anything super crazy. As I get distracted. Another Spider's Bite. We got the foil there. Blessing of Patience and BIOS update for Mechanologist. The next attack action card you boost gets +3. The next time a Mechanologist item with 2 or less is banished, you pay a boost. Put it into the arena. That could be gross. I've only started really playing regularly against Mechanologist lately. Several people at my local shop have started throwing it out there a lot, and it can be very frustrating. Tearing Shuko. Ninja equipment, so this one's kind of fun. The next Crouching Tiger you're playing gains +2 if you destroy it. So that's kind of fun. And Tranquil Passing. Just another ninja option when the high rarity cards aren't available or whatnot. We've got Fleece, Slay, Blessing of Occult, Spirits and Flex Claws. So we've got what? I guess we've got 5 Majestics and a Rainbow Foil Rare equipment so far, so that's not bad. Oh no, I see something shiny. That's cold foil? Oh, that's rad. I saw the shiny around the edges when I was starting to flip through. That is a cold foil majestic powder keg. That's kind of awesome. I don't know what to think about that. That's really cool. Like, it's just a cool looking card already, but in the cold foil with that edging. Mm, really good stuff there. We got Shred, Hemorrhage Bore, and Diabolic Ultimatum. So it's a Rune Blade. If an attack action was pitched to play it, each hero chooses and destroys an ally. If a non-attack was pitched, each hero chooses and destroys an aura. Okay. This set's fun. Seeing all kinds of cool stuff. Have not seen a Marvel yet. I would love to see a Marvel. That's next up on my wish list. All right. We do get another Majestic, though. That's Regicide. There's a cool alternate version of that, too. Regent? Regicide? Anyway, there's cool. The other art of that is really cool. But that's a neat card. It's the Arachni specialization. It's both that and legendary, so one per deck. But this whole thing is basically you're only throwing it out there to try and kill the Emperor. If it hits a royal hero, they lose the game. That's kind of awesome. That's just fun. Just throw that out there as a thing that could just end everything. Love it. There's another Quicksilver Dagger and Precision Press, giving me some more warrior thrills. Slay the Scholars, Cut to the Chase, Shield Bash for a rare, Deathly Duet, and Blessing of Savagery. So these boxes definitely seem to have a pretty decent Majestic hit rate, if nothing else. There's Rob the Rich for a rare. Oof. And we pulled the non-foil version of this, and we get a foil version of the Majestic right on its heels. Heck yeah. Alright, 2 packs left of this box, then we'll get into the third. Ooh. Okay, it's a rainbow foil one, but that's still pretty cool. A rainbow foil Majestic Hanabi Blaster. That's fun. New mech weapon. Remove 2 steam counters from it to attack. Third time you play a card with boost, put a steam counter on it. So that's a pretty potent weapon attack, though, for not having to use resources to do it. You got to do a lot to get the steam counters and another Majestic. How's about that? Heat Seeker. This set brings heat, y'all. There's all kinds of good stuff. I had a bunch of hits the last box. We're hitting a bunch of stuff this box. Assassin. And a couple of rares to close it out. Give me 1 second to clear some of my trash over here. This is a lot of Majestics. Part of me wonders if it's not too many, but at the same time, just, from the card value perspective, that is always going to be, for any collectible game, TCG, that's always going to be part of what people are looking at. So part of me wonders if that's not too many. That cold foil was awesome. But at the same time, it's fun to open that many, regardless of any value implications. So I don't know. I'm torn. Definitely lands somewhere in the middle, I think. There's a rare foil already. Blessing of Ingenuity. Is this the same one? I don't think it. Oh, it is. So two of the Thamai, Dust from the Golden Plains. So 2 of the same dust so far. Precision Press and Spellfray Leggings while I'm thinking about it. Oh, I didn't do that last arrow from the other box either. What are you people letting me get away with over here? Gotta do better than that, you people. All y'all. There's another shred. I've seen a bunch of shred. Hemorrhage bore. Savagery and duet. So this feels like part of me almost thinks this feels like opening like a magic collector booster to it. Making sure I wasn't missing something important, unfortunately. So first box is starting off slow again. But again, with all the foil possibilities, all the Majestics, all that stuff, it's not quite the same feeling like I was saying. Oh my gosh. All right. So we get a cold foil pretty close off the bat. It's a common, but it is a cold foil hyperdriver. That's fun. I don't think I realized that was even in there. That's neat. Fleece the Frail, Cut to the Chase, Blessing of Steel, my warrior fun, and a Brainstorm first appearance from this case is until end of turn, your hero gains. Whenever you draw a card, this action phase, deal 1 arcane damage to any target. That's cool. Good wizard card. I hate good wizard cards, but it's a good wizard card. Is there such thing as a good wizard card? Oh! Hello. So this is not the super, super, super dumb version of it, but we got our first legendary. The Rainbow Foil Legendary Emperor. The design on that is just so cool. The Marvel version of that is the card that is supposed to be extremely rare. The rumors that people have talked about are something like 1 in 10,000 packs or something ridiculous. I don't know if that number is 100% true, but that is the number. Oh, okay. The number that has come out. This card is really cool. Leave no witnesses. It's an assassin attack, but I think the art on it is just fantastic. Who's that? Soyame? That is a fantastic card. A little gruesome, but fantastic. I'm still tickled, even though it's not the super fancy version. I'm thrilled to see my first legendary and see that my first legendary is the Emperor. Love it. Fleece the Frail, Cut to the Chase. All right, we got a rainbow foil here. Rainbow foil equipment rare. Wave of Reality. All right, you're gonna have to get your own spot now. You get your own spot. You need a better spot than that. You get the spot right there. It's not perfect, but you get it. I'm just noticing too that opening these packs, it's doing the same thing. I think it was Uprising that did this. There's a lot of like foil dust coming off. I hope that doesn't mess things up too much. Rob the Rich, Nyx the Nimble, Blessing of Frost for a rare, and Cleave for its first appearance. Warrior. Your next Axe attack. So I need to play Axe. That's clearly what it's telling me. Gains +4, and when this hits hero ally, you may deal that much damage to another ally controlled by the same hero. So that's pretty nice, again, against particularly against Draconic Illusionist, I would say, to be able to rip up some of the little dragons that get whelped out. Sack, Slay, Prognosticate, Blessing of Patience. Got some blessings there. We're over halfway through box 3. We got a legendary out of that already, and it is the Emperor, so we are pretty thrilled. Anything else is just grins, right? Annihilate. Plunder. Oh, another rare foil. Cool. So that was the other fun thing, because the assassin slots can have it. So I ended up with 2 rare foils back to back in that pack. Very nice. Slay, Fleece, Jumpstart, Tranquil, and Blessing. I think after this pack it's 6 left. From a quick glance, let's cut to the chase. Slay the Scholars, Felling Swing, another Axe Booster. And Never Yield. I don't think I've seen this yet. At the start of your turn, destroy it. Then if you have no cards in hand, draw a card. If you have less health than all other heroes, gain 2. If you control less equipment than all other heroes, remove a -1 from an equipment you control. Sweet. I was about to say, this box in particular is bringing the heat, and then I looked and I really don't have all that many Majestics, but I also don't really care because I've seen a legendary already. There's Ornate Tessin and Blessing of Patience. Like, once you see the legendary Emperor from your box, everything else is just kind of, just kind of a bonus, right? Annihilate. We got another Shred. Reincarnate and Blessing of Aether. It seems like it's almost funny. It almost seems to me, and I don't think this is true or would be if I actually dug into it. It's probably just because I pay more attention to the rares than the Blessing of Key Foil. It almost seems like Shred, the Assassin Rare, is showing up more than the Assassin Commons, but I really don't think that's actually true. Fleece. Oh, is that just regular? Yeah, that's regular, but that's another Majestic. That is our Young Guardian Yoji, the Royal Protector. You always like your Majestic heroes. What's he do again? It's hard to see, and it's almost easier to see on the camera. Spend 3, the next time target hero would be dealt damage this turn. Instead, that damage is dealt to you. Okay, so that's like a multiplayer card. That's right. I remember people being kind of excited about that possibility. Roar of Tiger for another Majestic in the same pack. Create a Crouching Tiger in your hand. Crouching Tigers you control are +1 this turn. That's pretty spicy. Again, another thing that is boosting said Tigers that people were about at first with their 0 attack. There's another Young Arachne. Reincarnate and Blessing. So I've got the foil of the adult Arachne, but I have not actually pulled the young Arachne, which is kind of funny. There's my first gold token. Glad to see that. Sack the Shifty and a Majestic Rainbow Foil Never Yield, which I think we just got. Yeah, we just got our non-foil version of that for the first time as well. What else we got? Annihilate. Cut to the chase. Reinforced Steel, Blessing, and Blessing. Alright, on to the final box of my inaugural opening day Uprising case. Big winner thus far, who is going to stay in his slot even while everything else is getting stacked up, is our Rainbow Foil Legendary Emperor. In fact, the stack can stay there. He gets to stay on screen right where he is. That's a big bundle of excitement already. Like, that's the thing with the Emperor. I know I was talking about it on that last video. I don't know if he's actually good or not, or like really has a chance to be good just because of the restrictions he has. But at the same time, it's just fun. It's a gorgeous looking card. Um, the concept is just neat. So, regardless, I'm excited to have it. Two of my favorite classes, both getting rares there, Warrior and Illusionist. Sack the Shifty, Nix the Nimble, Felling Swing, Blessing of Steel, and I don't know if I saw this yet, Tiger Swipe for Majestic. If Crouching Tiger was the last attack this combat chain, this has +2, go again, and if it hits, create X Crouching Tigers in your banished zone, where X is the number of Crouching Tigers you control, you may play them. So if you've already played a stack of Crouching Tigers, you can get more Crouching Tigers and throw them out there. That's kind of cool. Has some potential. Nix the Nimble, Shred again, Aether Slash, and a couple of rares. This is a lot of fun, y'all. The further I get through this case, I know we're on the last box, wrapping it up. The further I get through it, the more I'm just convinced. All right, Steel Blade Buckler, Shield, that this is a lot of fun. This is a ton of rares, too. I think it is practically bleeding rares. Sack and Nix, Pouncing Key, which that stack is going off the rails. This is a lot of fun just because of the sheer amount of niftiness that pops out of it. Sergeant Aethertide for a Majestic, non-foil, but the cool wizard staff there. That's the other thing about the Emperor too. Now that I have one in my hand, I can point it out. He's Royal, Draconic, Warrior, and Wizard. So anything Royal that references Royal, he's got that. He's a Warrior, and he's a Wizard. The funny thing about him, you can only have the red pitch cards in your deck. So that's a pretty big critical holds him back a little. That's we'll just phrase it that way since I can't come up with the actual word I'm trying to find. But then he's got the cool ability action, 3 resources, search your deck for Command and Conquer and attack with it and shuffle. Okay, yes, we'll do that. There's Arachne again, the young version, Reincarnate, Rare Foil, and Mind State of Tiger. Start of your turn, destroy it, and create a Crouching Tiger in your hand. So 3 Majestics already this box. The last box of my first case here. There's a foil Majestic Immobilizing Shot, a Ranger Arrow. I feel like I've seen this, but I don't think I read it. When it has an aim counter, it has when this hits, they can't play more than 1 attack action and 1 non-attack action during their next action phase. For some classes, that's not super limiting, and for some, that could be devastating, so that's kind of fun. Trying desperately to make Ranger work. Couple of foils that I put in the wrong stacks, and I don't know why I'm bothering anyway. Robrich, Rare, Nix Nimble, Spectral Prowler, and a couple of rares. The stacks got a little out of whack, but we are at roughly the halfway point of this last box of the case. Another Assassin Rare, Spellfray Tiara, and Blessing of Key. It's died off a little. We had the fun arrows and all that, and now we got another silver token. That's a rainbow foil hyperdriver. couple of rares. So, I know last time I talked about the... Oh, cool, another foil ponder. I won't sleeve that right now, but that's still cool. The tokens are always a little tricky, so that's the second one I've pulled, so I'm happy to see it. The Fabled, y'all. I mentioned it last time, said I didn't want to spoil it. It's release day. You've probably either heard or seen it by now. So the Fabled is a really shiny cold foil alternate art of Command and Conquer, which is a great card and a a staple popper against illusionist stuff, but also just a pretty good attack in its own right. All right, there's the non-foil Huntsman. That's sweet. So this is the first time we've gotten a card, Roar of the Tiger, which I think we've seen already, that they've really reprinted that a Fabled has been a reprint other than like unlimited editions or whatnot. But it's a really useful, well-desired card that people were wanting a reprint of. It's been pretty divisive whether that was a good idea or not. No, it needed to be more readily available. It needed to be... I'm on this side of the discussion. I think it is the perfect Fabled. Does it completely fit the reprint people were hoping for? No, it absolutely does not. However, it is technically a reprint of Command and Conquer that people were asking for, which in itself is a good thing. Oh, yay! There's that majestic, the foil version of Leave No Witnesses. Definitely wanted to see that. Excellent. Makes it the perfect Fabled because it is a already highly sought after card. So being an alter art cold foil version of that, I feel like that will hold true. This version of it is still going to be highly sought after, and so will the other ones, because the other ones will be significantly cheaper than this cold foil Fabled version, just because of being more readily available. So it technically answers the desire for a reprint. It is the most playable Fabled the game has put out so far. Iron Song Pride, there we go. +1 counter. I don't know if this is a great card yet, but I'm going to try it anyway. I love it. Put a +1 counter on target sword. When it leaves the arena, remove all +1 counters at the beginning of your end phase. If a sword did not hit, destroy it. So it's got some gamble to it. You're gambling. With Command and Conquer, but it's a Fabled, a highly desired treatment of a Fabled. Okay, Vincerikai, a majestic rainbow foil. So this one is not the same one we've gotten. This is the dust for a different dragon, and it is the foil version of it. So another foil majestic coming right behind. So it is a highly playable version. It's not a unique thing. So yes, it is highly playable. Yes, it is desired. You can get a cheaper version of it. Okay. I don't even think I'd realized I didn't have a cold foil yet this box, but I did not. We got the Ornate Tessin in cold foil. So it's not unique. So there's that chase. You want that treatment of that card. This is the last pack, by the way. Let's see how it goes. You want that card. Like, there's going to be the chase for that card because it is gorgeous. It is awesome. And a couple of rares in the close. It's gorgeous. It's awesome. Great card. But you can still get it somewhere else if you cannot go crazy on it. I think that's brilliant. I think that's exactly what they needed to do with it, and I think they nailed it. A lot of people disagree with me. I think that was perfection. So 2.5 thumbs up. Like, I'm a person, obviously, I talk about values sometimes, maybe not specific dollars, but I talk about value. I talk about what I pull, all that jazz. I think seeing that Like, that's the best of both worlds to me. I don't have a complaint about it. Love it. But thank you so much. I really enjoyed this. Let's look at, we'll do kind of one last pass. Obviously, this is longer than my usual videos, but the big hit was our legendary Emperor Drakai of Asir that I look forward to trying and most likely failing to build around because I think he's a meme at the moment. Let's see, we got cold foils. Our cold foils were mostly, so we got the common hyperdriver, we got the rare ornate Tessin, we got this one's cool, the powder keg, majestic, and spider's bite rare. I think that was it for the cold foils, which is kind of awesome too though. And then we got a big old decent pile of majestics. Let's see how many of them are foil. 2, 3, 4. Well, that's a rare equipment foil, but that kind of goes in the hit pile still. It's a majestic rainbow foil equipment, majestic rainbow foil, rare rainbow foil, majestic, majestic, majestic. I mean, so we got the legendary, the 4 cold foils. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 rainbow foil majestics, one of which was Arachne, which will probably be a pretty good hit to see. How many non-foil majestics? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. So total majestic or better hits plus these two, we cracked 40. I'm happy with that. Love to see it. So that's awesome. This was a pretty, if not a home run, it's a pretty dang close between the Emperor, the powder keg, cold foil, all this stuff. I mean the foil Arachne, I have no complaints. Not a home run, but no complaints either. Love to see it. Thank you so much for spending this time to welcome Dynasty to the world with me. I really appreciate it. If you enjoyed it, like, subscribe, come check out my other videos. Do lots of Flesh and Blood and a couple other games too, but you know, Flesh and Blood at this point kind of gets the lion's share. If you are ever looking for just kind of a get started, easy way to get into the game, you're not so sure, whatever, hit me up. Shoot me a message, shoot me an email, whatever. We'll find a way to hook you up with something just to give it a shot. But I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. I hope you have a fantastic rest of the day. Bye, y'all.